Whoa, wrong one there. Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel. We bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge 258, here today to do, of course, what I usually love to do, and that is talk about Upwatch, which is, as usual, a show that I do where I talk about all of the rivals results and everything like that, and I discuss them in for detail, discussing the highs and the lows in regards to it and the stuff that we can do to obviously make it fixed up at the end of the day. But as always, if you're coming in, please make sure to like, share, subscribe the video. Helps me out and helps the channel out at the end of the day. It'll be much appreciated as always. But yeah, of course, we've obviously got the Arsenal one that we're going to start with. We'll continue on to Manchester United, a little bit about obviously Tottenham and and Liverpool. But obviously, we are going to talk about a little bit about Chelsea too. Mudryk quotes have come out today in regards from Maresca, and which is rather, I think, damning in regards to Mudryk himself and some other stuff that's been spoken about. So make sure to obviously like, share, subscribe, as I said before, and we'll get into it, of course. Now, I want to actually start off with the first topic, which is obviously going to be in regards to none other than Chelsea, little Manchester City 2, Arsenal 2. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of controversy in regards to refereeing decisions in the game, which we'll discuss a little bit later. But, you know, as a quick match recap, I would say that obviously Man City start off the quicker team. They are much more better on the ball, much more fast on the ball, if I may say so myself. They were very direct, trying to make stuff happen at the end of the day, and which they were able to make do. I think for me, also the goal that Haaland scored was quite good. Obviously, Savio being able to get onto the inside, nice little freebie to Haaland, and then Haaland, rather than actually doing what he usually does, which is when he opens his body up for the far corner post, goes near post to get that 1-0. Obviously, we then had the quick reply by Arsenal, even though I know Man City fans were saying that, Man City players, particularly my guy, Kyle Walker, was kind of really annoyed about the fact that, obviously he'd been called over by the referee, and the referee, and I've been having a chat with them, both captains, both him and Saka, to tell their players to chill out, have a pill out, relax, they're doing too much and everything in regards to that. And then obviously he couldn't get back into position in time, and the free kick got taken early. Martinelli down the line, passed it to Calafiori, who hit probably one of the best goals of the season. And listen, yeah, I have to say this, point blank period. The way you hit that ball, by the way, guys, yeah, across his body, using his left foot away from where Edison was into that far corner was, nothing short here of sensational, to say at the very least. So listen, you got to give credit where credit is due, and honestly, that was a talented strike by him. At the end of the day, man, point blank, simple. So again, we move on that one still, but for me personally, bro, that was one hell of a talented strike at the end of the day, and we gotta keep that one pushing. Simple as that, really. Now, obviously, in regards to the net, in regards to that, we then obviously got Arsenal kind of like obviously still doing the counter thing, but then they were able to cross the ball the first time, obviously from the corner kick. They had Doku on my guy Gabriel Magalhaes, and obviously Gabriel was able to get a good chance, but he just over the bar. And that should have set off the alarm signs going, we will, and around the Man City players in regards to making sure they look over to Gabriel, because Arsenal were doing a great job blocking the goalkeeper, Edison, and that was basically Saliba and Ben White. But Saliba and Martinelli were doing a great job there. But then in the second opportunity, they did that, then headed the ball obviously into the back of the net by Gabriel Magalhaes to make it 2-1. We then obviously had the red card, and then it ended 2-1. And then basically for the vast majority of the second half, really, it was just Man City trying to, break down the low block, which was really short, just literally defending in there for the vast majority of the time. The defenders taking long shots. They're not moving the ball quick enough. But luckily, in the last attack, essentially, of the game, via, my guy, none other than John Stones, to put the ball into the back of the net via deflection with the help of Jackie G, a.k.a. Jack Grealish. Now, I think for me, in general, right? Yeah. Oh, big up to everyone that's here, actually, by the way. I should say hi to you. Big up to Jacob Huggins. Big up to my boy Big Mike. Big up to my boy Blue Lion 025. Big up to our boy Hussam Fan. All right, interesting. Big up to you, bro. But as I was saying, again, boys and girls, right? I think the game in general, I think Arsenal did a great job in terms of their counters and making it and being effective. Again, we know they're effective in the corner kicks, right? We know they're effective in general in regards to that and starting quickly. So You gotta give them credit where credit is due in regards to Arsenal in that respect. And then them defending for that good second half, making sure that City couldn't break them down and speed. And so as a result, I think if you look from an Arsenal perspective, I think you can make a fair argument to make that they should have gone out. They should have gotten the win if they were a bit more focused a bit more here. But the reality is, bro, I think in terms of criticism for Arsenal, you have to look at, for example, Martinelli, right? Not Martinelli, sorry, Trossard. I think Trossard's red card, was deserved. Again, this is something that Arsenal themselves have made aware. We saw this in the game against Brighton with João Pedro, the way they were reacting to him kicking the ball. The referees have now taken note of that. Rice got another yellow card because of that, which led to him getting red carded. You then obviously have, again, the other team as well in regards to and they didn't have obviously this opportunity now with Trossard. Surely the Arsenal players should have learned by now their lesson in regards to kicking the ball out and the stuff like that can cause for you and see a result. But clearly it seems they have not learned from that at the end of the day. So again, that's clearly on them. That's their fault. And listen, at the end of the day, man, as I always say before, man, the game is the game, and you need to be smarter than that if you want to make stuff correct. Simple as that, really. And I think for me, obviously, in regards to other stuff, I think Man City, bro, one of my things about the Man City game, particularly in the second half here, my issue was the lack of pace being hit with the ball, bro. You know what I mean? They're not moving the ball fast enough around the team. They were very slow, very lethargic. There was no one that was really in between the low block that was trying to do the little ding ding, like the 1-2-1-2 into that box area. And I think part of this is also an issue of when you play in a system consistently, when you're doing the system continuously again and again and again, right? And you tell players you have to be there to make all this stuff work, right? Where you also lose, chat? You lose individuality. That means the ability for players to take the onus here and create chances out of nothing via their own individual brilliance, right? And I think part of that is also an issue that you've got if you're Man City at the end of the day, right? Which is that your players are losing that individual brilliance, the thing that makes them their own, the thing that helps them to make and create stuff at the end of the day. So that's something where I look at and I'm thinking, that's something that you guys should have been much better at doing. Big up. Better Clinton. Hey, listen, Title Charge Nation, we're here. Title Charge Nation, we are here for sure, boys. We are here for sure. But I think you guys obviously get my point, right? You get my, what I mean? Let me see something quick. I'm not just gonna bring this up really quickly for everyone to see. Nope. All right, that's fair enough. Did you see the Pies tweet? Yes, we're gonna talk about Mudryk at the end of the video. Towards the end, I'm just gonna go through some of these games first and foremost before we start talking about all this other stuff, Adam. So don't worry, Adam, we are gonna be getting to that 100% for sure. And I think, wow, why do you think that is the I think the reality is, bro, in this game, I don't think the referee did that much wrong, in my personal opinion. In this game, the referee did that much wrong. I think it was rather solid. I think he did his job quite effectively at the end of the day. I don't really see that much of an issue with the stuff that he was doing in this game, at the very least. There's nothing wrong with it. I thought that was pretty solid. Nothing wrong with it. So that's pretty much it for me. So again, PGMO, I don't think they did anything wrong in this game at the end of the day, chat. Now, again, if I'm looking at this, bro, is this like a point lost? Oh, wow. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Oh, thank god. I was so scared for a second. I was like, what? I was looking like I was punching something there. What's going on here? But anyway, sorry, boys. I just had a little laggy situation. But at the end of the day, bro, if I'm looking at this, bro, competition, I think this is obviously a point gain for Manchester City. Right? Manchester City were able to get that point that they needed to. I think, again, if you're Arsenal, bro, you've had a tough week. Yes, you got to get a win against Tottenham. You drew against Atalanta. And then obviously with this one, you brought again. And speaking of us, majority of Arsenal fans, they'll be like to you, listen, man, this is a well-deserved straw. Yesterday was the problem with the system, which is why I never want Palmer to be stifled. The fact that City Park players can't stop Diaz and Walker shooting, didn't stop this. Yes, exactly, bro. Exactly, Blue Line. And that's the issue, bro. Sometimes, bro, yeah, you know what I mean, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, my issue for me, Blue Line, yeah, is that particularly when you're so system-based, bro, you lose player individuality at times, bro. And that's a big problem, bro. Because the moment that happens, that's the moment you're in big trouble. But we move on that one still. But again, at the end of the day, for Arsenal, Man City, again, Arsenal were able to get a point, but Man City still maintained themselves top of the league. I think if you're Arsenal, though, I think they. But United TV will definitely discuss that aspect at the end of the day. I think that's going to be a big harmasia for you, which is a Greek word for a hero who's got a fatal flaw, essentially, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's harmatia, right? But let me just bring up the Arsenal fixtures really quickly before we continue onwards, boys. Yeah, bro. Well, listen, you know what it is, man. Mikel is trying to be shameless, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really, honestly, I'm not even gonna comment on that one. You know what, Mikel? So you know what Mikel's like. Okay, big up to you, my boy B. Hope you're doing well. But like, if you look at Arsenal's fixture, obviously they have Bolton this Wednesday, which is pretty easy fixture, I'd say so myself, and Leicester, easy fixture there as well. And then they obviously go to the week after to PSG, and then it's Southampton, right? So again, Southampton's the last game before the international break. I think again they're in pretty good hands if you're Arsenal at the end of the day. So I think they're doing well. I think they're performing well. So at the end of the day, if you're Arsenal, bro, you're thinking, you know what, not too bad at all. At the end of the day. So again, we'll see what happens here. But I think for me, if you're Arsenal, though, I think the big thing is now, obviously, you're now not facing biggest competition. You're facing lesser competition now. Are you gonna start opening up like you did, or are you gonna still do this thing of like, being really defensive and then trying to hit people on the counter attack? That's gonna be the question I'm very interested to see, particularly against Leicester City, my personal opinion, because I don't really know. I think against Bolton they'll just definitely open up for sure. Because as you guys know, Bolton is like a pretty much I think they're championship side, if not League One. So they'll definitely open up against those guys at the end of the day. With Man City, I think obviously the Rodri loss, whether it be a serious knee injury or a potential ACL injury, is going to be a big loss for them. They're probably now going to have to really rely on Kovacic now to be that sixth role for the time being until January. And then, they're going to have to invest in the market to get someone to do that for them. Or they're going to have to find something else to happen, like maybe from the academy to make it happen. But right now, as of right now, they've probably got Kovacic to rely on Gundogan to do that CDM role for them. Simple as that, really. This is why I always rate, natural talents like Hazard. They break any system, you'd break. What's it called? Now, Arsenal need to be worried about their attacks, like it's stat pad and corners of shit performances. Yes, exactly, Blue Line. That's a good point I will have to add to. I think my big issue also is that Martinelli, yes, he got a cheeky assist here, but like he wasn't really good in this game. Trossard not good in this game. Havertz, like there was a crazy stat by Havertz that he didn't complete a single pass here, and that's not happening in 7 years in the EPL, for the last 7 years in the EPL. You know how crazy that stat is, chat? Like the fact that he's not even completed a pass here and it's never happened in 7 years in the EPL. That means, bro, the last time that happened here was literally in 2017. That was the last time it happened. Deep that, boys. And like the EPL back then was a whole different league to what it is now. That's how crazy it is, chat. Like, and I think you're right in the sense that Havertz has not been that good for them for quite a while now. But it's an uncomfortable conversation that I don't think a lot of Arsenal fans may not be, ready to have right now. In the sense that I think Havertz for them, at the very least, I think you can make an argument that maybe he's not played too much. He's not done a lot of work at the end of the day. So listen, I don't know, but at the end of the day with Havertz, we'll see what happens for sure. But that is basically the Arsenal Man City game. At the end of the day, nothing much has happened. Nothing much has taken place at the end of the day in regards to that one as well. I just think they've worked really well on it, and they've got players that know where to be and what to do in it. There's something clearly in the training ground where, what's it called here, where they've worked on it consistently on a week-to-week basis, making sure that it works, making sure that everything's working properly. And so that's why it's working for them. Simple as that, really. Mikel is a Chelsea fan. He never wanted to buy for Jackson, but for him to step up, which we all wanted, he needs to maintain that. Exactly, but hopefully he can get us 20 goals assisting to Blue Line 05. City were going to drop 100 million on Bruno G. Bro, yeah, they're going to have to do something like that, bro. They need to get a CDM, the ball playing CDM error to make it work. Because otherwise, they are in massive trouble, boys. So we're going to have to see what happens there at the end of the day. But I do believe City will be all right, man. City will definitely be all right at the end of the day. I think it's getting really overblown. What's it called? It's getting really overblown, by the way that people I think are talking about talking about stuff. So I don't think Zubimendi might come, but I do think they'll get someone else. I don't know who the ball playing guys are gonna be. I have to do like a bit of research, bro. But like we'll see what happens for sure. But I just it's gonna be interesting to see at the very least. But boys and girls, Obviously, 17 minutes in. Please make sure, as I said before, the like, share, subscribe, like, share, share. But yeah, man, again, it's interesting to see this, but like, uh, obviously, I don't know if you saw the video today, yeah, by my guy, what's it called, Haaland, yeah, where he goes, "Hey, humble, yeah, be humble." Something like to Arteta. Then him and Jesus tried to like, Jesus squares up to him, and he's like, "Oh no, 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 who do you think you are, man? F you," something like that, bro, to him. And I was like, "Damn," bro. Like, I was like, raw, like he was on smoke, bro. He was on smoke for sure, and I was like, at the end of the day, boys, yeah, I think one thing I will say in regards to anything that I do speak about is you gotta be relaxed. Gotta be relaxed, bro. And I think this thing about the way that City look down on these guys, yeah, it's quite it shows to you, in my personal opinion, yeah, that they don't rate him. They don't rate them, bro. Yes, that's a good point to you, by the way. You know what I mean? 100 goals under 5 games, bro. That's crazy. Do you know that's basically almost a 1 goal per game ratio, bro? That's pretty much a 1 goal per game ratio. Hey, better boy, Don Sam. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're having a wonderful day tonight, brother. Peace and blessings to you, my bro. But yeah, again, I just think for me, that almost having a 1 goal per game ratio right now. Yeah, at the age, I think he's either 23 or 24. It's crazy, bro. And like, again, it just shows to you how good of at least a striking talent he is at the end of the day. Blue line over 2-5. So big ups to him. But I think with City, they'll go to Newcastle next. Newcastle have been in that much great form, in my personal opinion. Haven't really looked that great either. So I think for me personally, bro, they are definitely going to make it out of the hood against Newcastle for quite easily. But I think for me with Newcastle, with Man City, it's going to be about making sure they're able to handle their business at the right time and getting that CDM they need to make the job happen. It's really as simple as that. I'll be out to my guy RSM is with me as well. Give me 1 second, RSM, so I can show you. Hi, D, my bro. Is my thingy on me or you, mate? You're on mute, my friend.
Hello? Good? All right, cool, perfect. I'm doing fine. Hope everybody else is doing fine in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Ahmed. Yeah, I'm doing well. What we talking about? What's the current discussion?
Obviously, this is my usual, obviously, up talk discussion where I talk about the other top 6 sides results. We started with actually Man City, Arsenal. So, let me get your takes on that one, bro. How you feel? What do you think about this one, bro? What do you think about this one?
Like taking away like all bias aside, I think the first half was a good match. Like as a neutral, like it was really good. I think all of us expected a very boring match. I think all of us expected a bit of a snooze fest, but it was a complete opposite. Um, I think that if it continued as it had been, I think we would have seen Arsenal take it. I'm gonna be quite honest. I think we would have seen Arsenal win the match with the way the first half was going. Obviously the ref got into it. You can talk about the first goal where he didn't let Kyle Walker get back. And I think people can argue about the inconsistency. I do think it was a double yellow. Do I think there were other yellows in the match that the ref missed? Yes. Um, However, I just think it's a bit, I guess you could say, unfortunate for Arsenal, but that's what happens. I mean, with a team like City, all you need to do is turn off for one moment, and they
Mm-hmm.
capitalize on it. So like, they did put up a good performance second half in terms of defensive performance. But you can't slip up against Man City. Again, they slipped up once in the 45 minutes. Slipped up
Exactly.
once, and that's all it took. And that's the difference between winning and losing. I think we saw that plenty of times with the way that Chelsea used to play in the past, right? The difference was we had, like, they never switched off, and you saw that like since the Mourinho days, right? Like the defenders, like if you let your man score, you're gone. Next game, you're not starting type beat. Like it was that strict. You can't be beat if you're a defensive team. You can't give them chances. You can't give them a sniff.
Fair
Um,
enough.
but I think in terms of the race for the title, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing for Arsenal. I think if you started the game off and you told Arsenal fans, "Hey, you're gonna get 1 point out of it," they take it and run, right? So for me personally, I don't think it's the end of the title contention race between Arsenal and City. What I will say though is that in terms of looking towards the future, I think City's gonna have a lot of questions asked of them in the games to come. Right? No Rodri, no KDB. We saw what happened. They couldn't break down 10 men. It took Arsenal switching off. It wasn't like somebody like dribbled somebody to the byline. They filtered a ball through into the 18 box and somebody got in. Like that's not at all what happened. So when I look at the performance overall, I'm wondering what City are gonna do with no Roger, with no KDB. Like this is the I feel like there's gonna be a lot of questions asked. Do they have the answers for the questions that are gonna be asked of them from different teams? I don't know, but it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. Yeah.
I disagree with you about the Manchester City take. I think for me personally, with Manchester City, I actually think they will do really well in my personal opinion. I just think obviously Foden hasn't been playing for them consistently. Once he comes back into that 10 role, I think they'll be fine, honestly. But I think for me, obviously they can rely on Kovacic in my personal opinion until January to get the job done. Even Gundogan can play the CDM role for them, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But I think with Arsenal, the thing that I'm really noticing, yeah, is that they can't really create an open play attack. That's my issue right now with this, with the way they're playing currently. They can't really play. They can't really do this open play attack thing. And it's like against City, they got really lucky with the Calafiori goal, which is again an incredible goal. Big up to Calafiori. But they obviously got the set piece thing, which they are really good at to score goals with. But it's like the set piece thing again, yeah, can only last so long.
Yeah. I agree, and you know why I agree?
Mm,
You know why I agree?
yeah.
Because it's the same thing we said for my national team Ecuador with our ex manager. We only ever scored from set pieces, and our top
Mm-hmm.
goal scorers was our defense. So
Mm-hmm.
immediately we started asking questions like, what happened? Because under the old manager, we were able to score goals from open play. We were seeing goals from the front line, from the midfield, and from the defense. It was very well balanced. But
Mm-hmm.
under the other manager, all we scored basically were goals from, like, our leading goal scorer in the World Cup qualifiers was our defenders. So at that point, you have to start asking questions like, what's going wrong? Something is happening where we're too negative going forward. We're too set piece reliant. Why can't we create from open play? And
Mm-hmm.
and I, on that point, I will also agree with you on Arsenal. I think Arsenal, that's going to be another question that's asked of them in the coming games. So yeah, man.
Because like bless me, but like I think like again, the reality also is that again, Man City again, their issue was they weren't moving the ball fast enough. There's like a lot of stuff which when you look at it, yeah, in hindsight, it's just like this is stuff they can improve upon like almost within a week, is if that makes sense, and they know that stuff already. But I think for me, my big issue will be, and I'll repeat this again with Arsenal is again their attack is not good enough right now, in my personal opinion. The attack they have is not good enough. It's just as simple as that.
I
They what's it called? They only struggle with two teams now that Rodri is out, LFC and AFC. The rest of us still don't have a chance versus City. City have the depth, they'll be fine. Big up to my boy Suleiman. Hope you're doing well. If you're consistently able to be clinical, we will take the next step to be in the same tier. But until then, exactly. Big up to our boy. Don't Decade says losing Odegaard is a massive for Arsenal. He really was a talent, man. Everything went through him. Saka is great, but he can't do what Odegaard did. 100%. Rodri is our most important player. Probably are we going to struggle against Newcastle and Villa? I disagree. Newcastle are very poor right now at MCFC, bro. You will probably put them to the sword. You will really put those guys to the sword.
They're in
This,
poor form right now. I'm not gonna lie.
mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll be fine. But listen, boys, obviously that's the first fixture. Let's talk about Manchester United quickly, because that's
Oof.
because for me that is a team that I look at and I'm like, this is like me watching Poch ball. You know what I mean? I've said this before. The
Yeah,
last,
I
I
noticed it, but you're right.
you know what I mean? I'm being serious when I say this, by the way. Yeah, they really are Poch ball in the sense that we under Poch, we kept the position, we were able to hold on to the ball, right, and everything like that. But you know what? You know what the issue was? When we went forward, bro, you weren't scoring. You were
And there was
missing
also
one.
no attacking
Well,
pattern.
you know what? I think I'm wrong in calling it Poch ball. Sorry, I think it's Tuchel ball. Second season Tuchel ball, essentially. And what I mean by that, yeah, Tuchel after he won the UCL, we had this elite back line. No one was really scoring against us. But you know what the issue was? Going forward, Lukaku couldn't score.
Mhm.
Havertz couldn't score. Mount couldn't score. Werner couldn't score. Grealish
Brother.
couldn't score. Ziyech couldn't score, right? And that's just the reality of the situation, bro. Right? For them, they just cannot score. And the problem is, bro, yeah, guess when Crystal Palace in the second half, bro, when they started getting chances, they almost did a smash and grab on them. Crystal Palace almost did like a smash and grab on those guys, bro. And I think for me, the problem that you're gonna have with Man United, and I'll say this ago, bro, yeah, you know what it is? They are gonna miss out on top four because they're not clinical enough. They can't score the goals. They
Yes.
can't score goals. They're gonna miss out on top four because they can't score goals, bro. And that is That's gonna be their fatal flaw, or as I think in Greek it's called hamartia, yeah, which is that they just can't score.
Their Achilles heel, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But like again, and the thing for me is just gonna be the thing is gonna be, you know, how do you solve that? I don't know. Maybe Hoyland coming back, maybe he starts to become prolific. But like that right now, bro, they are in the gutter right now, realistically speaking.
Yes.
And like the thing about it also is that like Bruno Fernandes, he got himself a new contract, much like Rashford now. He's gone to, gone to sleep, bro. Gone to sleep, bro. I don't know about you. What are your thoughts?
Nah, I agree. I said this at the beginning of the season, before the season even started. I said, I think Xerxes is going to be a good addition, but because of the way that Ten Hag plays, it's not going to be enough. It's been consistent for the past 3 years. Man United have not scored above 60 goals in a season, and it wasn't that much of an issue before, but last season when their defensive structure was so wide open, when we saw Casemiro getting absolutely ran by in the midfield, it became an issue. They started conceding more goals. They ended up with -1, right? And they missed out um, on placing where they expected to place. So what I'm thinking is going to be the exact same thing. We're not going to see. My issue is even if Hoyland comes back, Hoyland is not a Jackson. Hoyland cannot create for himself. We've seen this already enough last season. Hoyland needs chance after chance after chance, and if he doesn't get it, he's not going to be able to score. Um, for me, Manchester United is going to miss out on top four. I don't think they're going to get fifth either. I think they're going to be around I think they're going to be around sixth or seventh. I'm going to be honest because I see Villa doing better than them. I see us doing better than them. I think Spurs is going to be above them as well. So for me, that's all. They're already out of the like top four. That top 4, 5, 6 for me. And so
Fair
for me,
enough.
that's what's going to be the issue. Again, I don't know what the solution is, but I know the first step forward is they have to get rid of Ten Hag. Nothing is going to move until they get rid of Ten Hag, because half of these players don't care for the manager. They don't listen to him. Like it's obvious, bro. Like it's just like it's so uninspired. Their football is uninspired. That's the best way that I can put it, bro. They're kicking ball. That's it. There's nothing else. There's not any real. They're not even the passion merchants anymore. They're just going out there getting they check. And I think it stems from the manager. I think
Mm,
that's a mentality stems from the manager. Again, I may be wrong, but I don't see them doing anything really. Yeah, that's my spiel.
fair enough, bro. But listen, Crystal Palace again doing what they did to Chelsea, except they didn't score a goal. But big up to them. But again with Manchester United, and I'll say again, I do think, bro, for them in the long term or like the medium to long term, they are kind of cooked. You know what I mean? Of this attack. So again, we'll see what happens with them. But like,
They're us like 2-3 years ago.
yes, as I said, they're playing too cool ball right now.
Yep. They're us 2 to 3 years ago, and that's the best way to put it. As for Crystal Palace, again,
Mm.
same thing as us. Eze had 2 opportunities to call game. He called game against us. It
Mhm.
is what it is. He had one shot against us. Really, that was a really good chance, and he put it away. But he couldn't do it against Man U. And to be honest, like I saw somebody say, like this is probably why no big teams have gone after Eze yet. That's why he's still at Crystal Palace. And it's interesting because again, yeah, he had Man U dead to rights. I'm so sorry. Like you can't miss that. You just slot it in the corner. Like that can't be in the same way that
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
that's inexcusable. I have to be honest, but that was from a player of his quality, it's inexcusable what's happened, bro.
Same thing for me as like a Palmer in the West Ham game. Like if I can give him one criticism, that Nico chance that he had dead in front of goal, that needs to be slotted bottom corner. Based off your quality, you can't miss that type of stuff, man. You can't. You cannot.
We are waiting for Man City at Haaland. Haaland, I don't remember what he did. It's normal. All right, bro. Listen, they always talk too big, man. You know what I mean? This is my other issue with Arsenal, guys. Like,
I
man,
agree.
them, we have to wait until then, bro. He's scoring you now, bro. You don't have this, bro. You know what I mean? While they'll play against Spurs next week. Oh, yes. That's a
Oh
good
yes.
thing, actually. They are set to play Spurs against the weekend. And I'll be honest, bro.
It'll decide. By the way, that's gonna decide who ends up top half, bottom half of the table. Just so you know, because they're 10th and 11th. So whoever wins kicks the other one to bottom half of the table for
I'm
them.
gonna be very honest with you, bro. I think Spurs is gonna win that game. By the way,
I agree.
my take is that Spurs is gonna win that game, and I think the reason why they're gonna win that game, bro, is because they are gonna be able to control the game. Unlike us, man. Well, the thing is, Man United want to control the game, but the thing is, the moment Spurs get the ball, they're gonna control that game with a lot of ease, yeah, and just be able to beat this man on a consistent basis. But that's just me, of course.
Yeah,
Big
I also gotta
marking.
say, the Spurs are definitely gonna concede though. Spurs are definitely gonna concede because
Yeah,
the way that
go.
they played, the
I
way
don't.
that they played at
I
home,
actually don't think so. Do you know why I would say that?
I think. All right, go ahead. Let me hear it.
Do you know why I don't? Do you know why I don't think that? Hot take by the Bridge 258,
Yeah, I'll hear
because
it.
their attack is not clinical enough. That's the reason why. They'll get the
Really?
chances, but they won't be able to put the one to back of the net.
I think they put. I think it's a 3-1. That's what it smells like to me. I think they get one at least. I'm not gonna lie. I think they get one less.
Nah, I think Spurs will get clean sheet in this one.
I gotta say though, hold up. This season though, Onana's been nice. I can't lie. Onana has been nice this season. That's one positive I gotta give United. That's probably gonna help them in terms of goals conceded. Onana has saved them a lot so far, first 5 games. So other than the what was it against Liverpool? I think it was Salah's goal where he was randomly on the left side of the goal. Other than that, I think Onana's been pretty good. But again, their whole defense is good. The issue is the midfield and the attack. Manu is out there drowning. That brother has no help.
Yeah, I sadly think he's gonna be getting injured quite soon. But quickly, just like a little ad break before we do this, I want to talk about this because this is actually something that I know a lot of people have been
What is
talking
this?
about.
I haven't seen this.
Several angry Premier League clubs are set to put the heat on referee chief Howard Webb over what they claim is a series of mistakes by officials this season. Now, what do you think about that, bro? Because I think for me, I always say, bro, you can't rely on referees at the end of the day. You just got to win the game your own way. You know what I mean? Just can't focus on them. You just got to keep it pushing and win the game however it is. But I do hear that some of these officials have been making quite a few big mistakes. The Nottingham Forest versus Brighton one, the one that got the second yellow for Morgan Gibbs White. I don't think that was a second yellow in my personal opinion. He got a ball there. I don't know why Anthony Taylor got involved there to make sure he got the second yellow for some reason, which was not smart enough in my personal opinion. But what are your thoughts on this thing, Karen, bro? Do you think this is a good thing, a bad thing? What do you think will change?
I think it's a good thing. Do I think anything would change? No. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't see how anything changes, bro. Like we've been talking about this for years. Like it has to be maybe every single Premier League club going to them, and then maybe something gets done. But if it's just a couple, unfortunately, I don't see much getting done. But I agree though. Like the decisions, even if it doesn't result in a red card, has changed the state of the game. In that, like, so for example, I look at like Anthony Taylor. I remember he randomly he gave Cowell a yellow for winning the ball cleanly. Like that type of stuff is like it impacts the game. Like when you have a center back on the yellow, it just impacts the game entirely. So like I completely
Mhm.
understand why there are multiple clubs that are furious, and I think even last season, when we saw again, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't automatic offside supposed to be in the Prem already?
Yes, I thought it was meant to be there already. I'm surprised that it's not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems to me like that's what I'm saying. Like, they just I don't trust what they say. I don't trust that even if they say they're gonna do something, they're gonna get it done. They're gonna be more consistent. We're gonna like I don't trust any of that, bro. We were told last season by this time this year we would have automatic offsides. We haven't seen it yet, and it's gonna be worse, right? Because at this point in time we're supposed to have it. So if they do another, for example, was it Liverpool versus Spurs where they called like was it Diaz offside when he was like a mile onside? Like those type of decisions. If one of those happens when we're supposed to already have automatic offsides in the Prem, like again, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust them, man. I don't. Unfortunately, I think the clubs are doing this justifiably. I think they're justified in doing this. I think it's a good thing that it's happening. But unfortunately, I don't think anything tangible is going to come out of it. Yeah.
Damn. Fair enough, bro. But that's obviously just the talk on the referee and stuff in regards to that. In regards to the other two games again, Tottenham and Liverpool, they both won their games. They were quite good games in my personal opinion. Now, obviously, there was the possible red card for Vicario in the Tottenham game, which kind of looks like a red card in my personal opinion at the end of the day.
What?
But
Bro was prime NBA. If anybody hasn't seen it, look it up, bro. It was prime NBA, bro. Like, nah, bro. I'm so sorry. Like, if that happened to anybody else, I think we would be screaming for a red card there. But I gotta say, just real quick on the Tottenham game, like Tottenham won 3-1, but it wasn't a convincing 3-1. Like I'm gonna tell you
oh, okay.
right now, for me personally, like it was a 3-1, but it was a lot closer game than the scoreline suggests. For me personally,
Oh,
I think a
you
more
know what I
clinical
mean?
team puts them to the sword. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's interesting because, like, from what I was hearing, I heard that he dropped the line a little bit. That's what was making it a bit more easier for them. That was what I heard from one on the street. Maybe.
No. They did drop the line, right? They did drop the line.
Oh,
But that doesn't mean that the performance overall, in my opinion, was like
any
completely
different?
total. Yeah, bro.
I
Like,
get what you mean.
mm-mm.
So that's fair enough. I think with Liverpool again, they were facing Kepa. Of course, they're gonna end 3-0 in it. So that I mean, that's it,
Bro,
man. The game's the game.
Kepa doing Make a Wish again, bro. Like if you look at the goals, it's shambolic from Kepa. Like especially that first one against Diaz, bro. He goes out of the box for no reason. Just lets Diaz go right around him for the goal. And then the other one again, he concedes a Darwin Nunez, long shot because Kepa. Just it's just Kepa, bro. It was just Kepa. I'm gonna be real with you. Hold up 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.
No problem, bro. No problem, bro. What I want one stream. Anyway, yeah, let's actually continue on. Obviously, now that again, in my personal opinion, the next topic I want to talk about after all those ones is really on the Enzo. Oopsie. It's the Enzo Maresca post-match interviews that he's had right now. Obviously, as you guys know, we're playing Barrow tomorrow. I might do a live stream. I might not do a live stream. We're gonna have to find out on that one. I don't know if I should do a live stream about watching Barrow, but you know what, we're gonna do it, man. Chelsea versus Barrow live stream is coming tomorrow. Make sure you're here. I think we're playing at 8 p.m. right? So then I'll probably go live at around about So it's 7:45 p.m. So I'll probably be going up live in and around about 6:45. So 6:30ish. I'll be alive. I'll be alive around about 6:25ish. No. 7:45 minus 15 is 6:30 plus 1 hour is so minus 1 hour is 5. Yeah, so 6:30 minus 15. So 6:15 was when I'll be live for that game. So again, make sure you're here and make sure you're tuning in. Right now, for the next topic I want to talk about, of course, is obviously in regards to Mudryk. Now, there's been comments made today by me about Mikhailo Mudryk by Enzo Maresca that I think need to be spoken about, because these are, for lack of a better word, boys, these are very damning comments at the end of the day. Like, there's nothing else to really say in regards to this. Like, these comments here by Enzo Maresca on Mikhailo Mudryk are just damning beyond belief. He goes to say, Enzo Maresca also spoke about being the latest Chelsea coach to try to unlock Mikhailo Mudryk's potential and said, I don't think it's a lack of confidence. Misha is Misha. You have to accept the way he is. Hopefully he can get minutes and do better. He's really said, you can't change him right now. This is his final form. And this for me is rather damning. The fact that the coach is saying, I don't see any more, changing you, and that you're finished or you're finito in Contartan, bro. Bro, that means basically he said, I don't believe in you. Zero belief.
Listen, brother hit him with this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
You know what I mean?
The same Chilwell comments, bro. Like, that's what he said about Chilwell. I think, right before the Inter game, right before he got sent to the bomb squad, it's over for Mudryk, bro. And I think
this is Enzo Maresca to Mudryk, bro. Simple as that, really, bro.
And another thing too is, did you see? I don't know if you saw this as well. Because I did see it on the Twitter. I forgot which news aggregator put it up, but apparently there was like inside sources saying that the game tomorrow against Barrow is basically Mudryk's last chance. He has to show something in that game for them to be willing to even think about giving him an opportunity anywhere else. So
let me see that one. That maybe Chelsea Dodgers usually might do that stuff like that. Let me see. That's crazy though. Like rotted.
Let me see how, because I know I like that. I don't know if I saved it, but let me check for you, because I know for sure it's somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if that's the case, bro, again, that just bro, he's got to score. He's got to make a goal or assist against Barrow, bro, because otherwise, hey, you're not playing again in next season, bro. He's not.
Fine, bro.
You know what I mean?
Time. Yeah.
We don't even, yeah. We don't even need Mudryk. We have so many attackers. He is the lowest in the pecking order. That is just true, point blank. I agree with you. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Need to bin Mudryk in January, making Cuckoo a 10 or left wing option and get top number 9, having Jackson and a top 9, Sancho and Cuckoo left wing, Noni Neto right wing, and Felix Palmer. 10 would be in Storm's second half. Fair enough. Brian makes a very valid point. But the question I have, chat here, is where do you send him in January? Because I don't think anyone's going to buy him in January. Realistically, you're probably looking at a loan offer, a loan move, which has to be domestic, by the way. It has to be like a domestic move, because we don't have any more international loans remaining, right? If I'm not mistaken, bro, you can help me out if that's true or not.
I think it's done. Or we may have one. I think we may have one. I'm not sure.
Dake says, you think that's what he's saying? I feel like he's just saying you have to take Mudryk for what he is, and over time he can get better. What do you think about this take? Maybe it's a bit more slightly to what you think.
I found it here. I'm sending it to you in the private chat.
All right, lovely. But what do you think about Dake's comment, bro? While I bring this one up?
You think that's what he's saying? I feel like he's trying to say I'd say Mudryk for what he is, and over time he can get better. But for me, my thing is like when I look at him, for example, when he spoke about Josh Achimpong, he spoke about him being better. He spoke about the positives that he can see from developing him. But like, and even he spoke about Jackson, right? Even when everybody was criticizing Jackson, he's like, no, I'm so happy with him. I think he can do something. You know, I think he's still the man for the job. He has not given that same amount of positivity towards Mudryk. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was in preseason, but if you look, and this is my big point, compare how he spoke about Mudryk preseason to how he's speaking about Mudryk right now. And for me, that's the biggest change that you're gonna see in how he's treating him and in his mentality towards him. And the minutes he's been getting speaks to that as well. You know, he's not rating Mudryk anymore. He doesn't rate him. He doesn't really rate his potential either. He's just trying to be nice to him. He doesn't want to isolate him. He doesn't want to crash out on him either in public. But you can tell that his opinion of Mudryk has drastically changed from preseason till now. So that's what I think about that. I'm real.
Oh, sorry, I was on me. I said 100%. I agree 100%. Blue Light said, listening to Vitesse. Vitesse, by the way, have been relegated to the second division of the Netherlands League, bro. So there's no way that can happen. Big up. All right, fair enough. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Saying no more attackers in Jan. Fair enough. Dake saying that's fair. That's fair enough from him. I think he definitely agrees with you on that one, my good friend RSM. But obviously looking forward to Barrow, bro. Obviously that should be an automatic win. It's at home for us as well. That's our first home game in quite a bit. Obviously, I think it's our first home game post international break. So I think it's going to be a bit more of a buzzing environment at the end of the day, considering what we've done.
First of four. First of four in a row. So.
Yeah, and I think for me also, like if you look at that fixture, it's the type of fixture where you're playing a lot. You've been playing scintillating attacking football. You can bring on guys like Felix who need game time, guys like Neto who need game time, a lot of guys that need game time that are top attackers for us that are going to be scoring a lot of goals in. So I'm sure CFCC says Misha is Misha basically and said he's shit. Fair enough. Mudryk is Conor Gallagher part 2. Big up Conor Gallagher, by the way. I don't know if you saw
his goal's nice. Yeah, his goal's nice.
He's been scoring quite a few nice couple of goals.
That's the one that reminds you of the goal he scored last season, literally against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, because again, like I think they're doing a good job of really showing again he's a box crusher. He can do that job really well, where he box crashes at the end of the day. But the problem for him, and I will say this as I've always said before, with Gallagher, is that he's pretty much over there. He's a bench option. That's something that not a lot of people I'm surprised have not spoken about again. But hey, if I speak, I'm in big trouble on that one. But we move. Esteval coming in. Fair enough. To be fair, I feel like the pressure was given to players like this. It shows how serious. Yes.
I had an argument with that about that, by the way, Ahmed, I think a couple of days ago with a Manchester United fan, because we were arguing about who has more pressure at the moment, and they were saying like United's like a bigger club, you have more media pressure, and I'm like, yeah, but at United you can like stink it up for like 2-3 years and you'll still be in the club. Whereas I feel like at Chelsea right now, if you stink it up, you're on the bench. If you don't even do anything good off the bench, like you're getting kicked out. And I think our ownership has shown that. And I think it was even a report in the summer where they were saying like, I think it was saying like Iqbali is willing to cut his losses and say like, if you're bad, you're bad. If you weren't a good investment, you're out of the club. So I agree with that comment. I feel like the pressure that we're putting on the players to perform shows where we want to be, shows the levels that we want to achieve. So
100%. How long do you think Anthony would last under Clearlake? Half a season. Mudryk needs to improve his decision making quickly. Terrible at this weekend. Fair enough, my brother. I was skeptical, but now I 100% think Morasco absolutely wanted Sancho. The way he used him, of course, bro. Like I think the Sancho thing was probably wanted by the club in general, bro. We knew our scouts wanted him for a while.
Shields, bro.
Yeah,
so him since last year.
Yeah, so again, this is not nothing like again new. Like we've known that. Again, so we move on that one, indeed. But like, obviously, I think we've pretty much spoken about the vast majority of the games. Some of that is happening. Any questions you got for me, RSM?
Any questions? Have you done starting lineup for Barrow or no?
No, because I don't really feel like I need to do that as Barrow, bro. You know what I mean?
You think my question would be, do you think we're gonna see Chilwell then? Because that's really what I want.
Maybe off the bench. Maybe off the bench.
Mm,
I
I
could
agree.
see off the bench happening. Like I could see the manager being like, "Let's bring this brother off the bench." You know, what I mean, that's it. Really, just again, at this point, it's really just about preserving the value of Chua, if that makes sense. Like you're trying to preserve his value and trying to make as much money out of as possible. The greatest level of
Agreed.
respect at this point in time, right? So, again, that's just it for me personally. Now, are you both ready for? Oh yes, are you both ready? Buddy, probably going to be starting 100% for sure in
That is
this
just
game.
sassy. Yeah.
Yeah, Buddy Issue Nation. So like again, I'll just tell you who's gonna start. Jorgensen's gonna start. Probably gonna have Vega, Kukurea. No, so probably no. Actually, I think Kukurea is gonna start. You're gonna have Vega. Sorry, you're gonna have sorry, you're gonna have this. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jorgensen,
Yep.
Kukurea,
Mhm.
Buddy Issue, Disasi, and then I think you're probably gonna have like some random guy that the young lad, maybe a Chempong is
Achimpong.
gonna start.
Achimpong.
Right up, he's gonna start. So I thought maybe not a Chempo, but someone else, maybe I was thinking. But then obviously gonna have a two, right? The two of them, two's gonna probably be one of Vega and then someone else, maybe Enzo or Caicedo probably to play there.
I think KH starts.
Okay, so Vega and KDH, so he's gonna start there for sure. Then gonna have a three of attack, or probably Neto is probably gonna start for sure, in my personal opinion. I think Vega's gonna start for sure, in my personal opinion. No, no, so not Vega. Peter's gonna start for sure, and then Cuckoo, right?
Yes.
And then Mark Gui.
I agree with everything.
Big up to my brother. I like it from the owners. Yep. The matter we talk is yes, thank you, bro. Thank you very much, Chelsea eye test. See, eye test knows ball. Eye test knows ball, bro. Thank you very much, bro. That's the point I've been trying to make. He doesn't have again. Gusto was probably going to be play actually. So I forgot Gusto's going to play. That's why I was not thinking about Champa. Gusto's probably going to play. He's going to get back into fitness. No, fair enough. Fred disaster.
Because like I'm thinking about it. And it's like because I heard some arguments where people were saying Gusto starts like plays like 50, 60, and then Achimpong gets subbed on, and some people were saying Achimpong starts and Gusto comes on. I don't know which one I'd prefer. I'd be
It
real.
might be the other way around. I think it might be a Champa because Gusto comes on. That's because you want to give Gusto a good 30-minute run out before he plays against
I hear
Brighton.
you.
More than likely, because
Yeah.
like you can clearly see that Madueke has been kind of hampered without him, bro. Madueke has been starving
Yes.
for an overlap. For what? For you know what I
That
mean? For
brother's
his time.
starving, bro. That
You know
brother's
what I mean?
starving.
Legit, like because he's basically been
Yeah.
like the wing back for the team, brother. He's been like the fullback essentially because of like Fafana cannot do it, bro, at all. So we VVD free agent. I saw the thing about I don't know if you saw the thing about Trent, by the way. That
Trent's
that's
comments.
Trent Real Madrid bound, bro.
You think? My thing is like, bro, like when have Liverpool ever moved in a fast and efficient manner? Me personally, I think like they're just gonna leave it to like the end. Like, but they're gonna, in my opinion, I think they're renewing Salah and they're locking Trent down. And VVD, I think is a lot more up in the air. I'm be real with you, but I think Trent and Salah are getting locked down for at least one more season.
I disagree. I think
Really? Let me
I
hear it.
think this is gonna be something where it's gonna come back to back Liverpool because they've done it too late. They've left it way too
Okay.
late. They've
Nah,
left
I
it
hear
way
you.
too late. And you know the thing is, bro, when you leave it too late like this, the sharks are already around, bro. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if they can't speak to them. The sharks have already spoken to these man, bro.
Like under the table, I hear you.
You know what I mean? No chance, no attacker gets praised for defending, and no attacking and not attacking. Jackson had the same pressure. All right, fair enough, Bulan. These excuses for Noni are insane. This is crazy, man. Like, listen, you know what, man? Chat is moving like chat. You know what it is, chat? This is
You don't have the answers,
Do
DJ.
you have the
You
answer?
don't have the answers.
Tony, do you
don't.
have
You
the
don't
answer?
have the answers.
You don't have
DJ.
the answer
You
either.
don't have the answer.
You know what I mean? Chat, you don't have the answers on my boy, you know what I mean? Mingy Nation. It depends. Trent said he wants to be captain Liverpool, but also said he's a professional, wants to win trophies above all. You man, do the good friends. It's meant to be. Exactly. And I think reality is, bro, I don't know if we have the answer. Pedro now. Oh my God. What a
That's a good one. That's a good
That
one.
was
You
a
got
good
dunked on.
toss.
Yeah, you got dunked on.
Damn. You know what I mean? The sheets just trying to dunk on me for no reason. You know, chill out, bro. But listen, boys, yeah. I think obviously Barrow prediction of 4-0 Chelsea. What are you thinking?
Yeah, 4-0. 4-0, 2 and Cuckoo goals at least.
I think Jowday, we gotta get some Jowday hoops, man. I think
So Jowday?
Jowday hat trick. Jowday hat trick. Jowday hat trick.
It's,
For sure.
Netflix again.
Nah, that's Jowday himself. But like again, I think
That's
for
his
me
goal.
personally, yeah, you know, listen, I think that's it pretty much for me in my personal opinion in regards to that. But Suleiman saying you want 7 of them. I think
7 for
Brucey,
Pedro.
I think actually Buran brings a good comment. Like happens starts to Rudiger. We messed around too long, and when Bowley offered him a new deal, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, bro, you just leave it too late, bro. By the time the other
You
and you
left
know
a bad
the thing,
taste in their mouth. Yeah,
the
yeah, I
difference
hear
is
you.
with Liverpool, yeah, the other sharks are willing to pay more than what the Liverpool probably gonna pay.
Dude, Madrid, are you kidding me? Nobody can offer Madrid.
Even any other club, that might be that he could go on a free, they will for sure give him a better contract and offer him more.
He's getting an
Guaranteed.
insane sign on, bro. That's what they did for Mbappe, by the way.
Ahmed blaming lack of overlaps for bad decision making for Noni. Listen, bro, why the man them hating, man? Listen, the man them just want to hate, bro. Chill out, boys. Chill out, boys. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to help my boy out, man. Help my boy out. I'm trying to give him some level of like, safety, bro. You know what I mean?
What happened?
They're saying Ahmed's blaming lack of overlaps for bad decision making for Noni.
I think obviously you've been Nani Defense League for now. Like I said before, I think Nani has some positives to him, but I think again he's a young player. I think he's very, very inconsistent. I'm gonna be real with you. I think he's very inconsistent, and this is what it is.
But that's the thing, though. We already know this, bro. This season is about him removing the inconsistency and trying to play consistent football, right?
But
And
that's what I mean. But like everybody
yeah.
is slandering Nani as if he isn't, as if he's like playing awful or anything. I just think he's like putting in like what five out of tens. Obviously, that's an issue when we have Pedro, who might be able to give more, and that's why we're upset. But I disagree with the people who think Nani's absolute dog water, like he's irredeemable, he's trash. Like I disagree with that. But I don't think he's amazing and maybe worth as much in defense as you're running for him at the moment. I need to see a bit more.
Listen, you know what? It's chat. The chat, they're not seeing division like me, bro. You know what I mean? They're not seeing division like me. Listen, I'm just here, bro, to say, and I'm gonna say simply, bro. Boys, when the manager, you know what I mean, when Noni's getting the goals, you know what I mean, stay on that side. You know what I mean? Stay on that side. You know what I mean? Remember, stay on that side, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's fine. We don't need him to be our consistent because we have other options. That's the beauty. Thank you, Decade. Let them know. Thank you. Hey, brother Ahmed. Hey, to my guy friend JC. Just dropped him to say hello and drop a like. It's too late to catch me all sleep. Let's hope FC 20 beat Man United, my son's university team. Big up to FC 20, by the way, man. Big up to the Netherlands, by the way. Beautiful place, as you always say. No, he just needs to improve decision making in the final third, like most of our attackers. Exactly. The issue is Ahmed put him on a pedestal, so we judge him based on those expectations. I have not put him on a pedestal, boys. Come on, man. What are we doing here, chat? What are we doing here? Come on, chat.
I don't think it's a pedestal. I just think I said you run a ton of defense for him when he, like, in my opinion, hasn't shown enough for you to be running that level of defense for him.
Bro, the hat trick is enough defense.
Bro. Like, come on, bro. It's not like it was an insane hat trick. It won us the game. Like,
what was the
had more than enough
question?
to win the game.
What was the question, Suleiman? Bro, I'm so confused. Did he let me see. So we're putting a question against Suleiman. If I have, why do you want tracking back against Estepinian? I'll give that to you, RSM. I know what my answer is already.
Neto.
Mudryk.
Nah, bro. I'm so sorry. Like I watched Estepinian play for Ecuador and stuff. I watched him and Caicedo at Brighton, bro. I'm gonna be so real with you. Like, he is fast and he is physical. I feel like Nani might get ran by. I feel like Pedro, though, is gonna offer him more of a physical challenge. Pause.
All right, it's a good question. Can you guys rate our wingers in order? All right, so Palmer probably is number 1.
If we're including Palmer in that list, yeah, Palmer 1.
And Cuckoo 2.
And Kuku's not a winger.
Oh yeah, that's fair then. Palmer 1, then it's Sancho, then it's Neto, then it's Sancho, Mudryk. So it goes Palmer, Sancho, Neto, Mudryk,
Mudryk, yep, agreed.
Literally, you can't do that, bro. Nothing else really. That's just the
So
reality.
wait, you guys think Neto, Palmer, Neto? Okay, people putting Neto, Sancho. I
think the reason why they're putting Neto, which I think is valid, is that he's got more GNA than Sancho, right? He actually performed better. So I think it's. I hate the Neto Sancho interchangeability. I think that makes sense. That makes sense. But boys, listen, yeah. Obviously not tomorrow night, but Wednesday night, boys. The return of the redemption. It's come back. EAFC 25. You know what I mean? Ultimate Team's been kicking my ass recently. I've lost so many games on the Ultimate Team, but
That's
it's
true.
like
On
it's really
stream,
bad. Not on stream, behind the scenes, but I've been learning my trade. I've been usually with when the game starts, I lose like over 100 games all the time. But it's just about for me basically actually learn the system. That's why I have that good week beforehand, innit? A good week beforehand.
consistency gimmick, bro. It takes me 100 games. Come on, bro.
Yes, it does. It genuinely does. It actually takes me like a lot of games. Like I lose so much games, bro. But like that's why so again, for me personally, that's what it is, boys. The game's the game. But like obviously that one, I've been doing the Kobe Minu what's it called box to box thing right now. Hopefully he's gonna be 85 guaranteed for me. Him and Tonali in the middle. Oh my lord, we're gonna be feasting on that one still. I actually packed Griezmann, boys, as well. I packed Griezmann, I packed Kunde, I sold them for like 300k, literally combined for 300k. What's it called? I packed Palmer, I sold that fraud. You know what I mean? He was shit at FIFA. Gusto, yeah. Gusto on FIFA, yeah, is actually disgusting, man. I hate that guy so much.
Really?
I can't even pack him. I can't even pack him on Ultimate Team as well, which makes it nastier.
Dang.
He's like he's actually like he's a demon. He's a demon, bro. He's the new Reece James. Another chain that he's stolen from Reece James. Reece James got not many chains left, bro. You know what I mean? Be careful, Reece James.
You're gonna leave him chainless, bro.
Reece James is finished, bro.
Stop. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. But I gotta head out because it is 7. But
That's fine, bro. Have a nice one, bro.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna end in 2 minutes anyway, so love it, guys, bro.
I love everybody in chat. Thank you, Ahmed. I will see you for the barrel game, bro. We will be there.
See you tomorrow, bro. See you tomorrow, my brother. Love. But boys and girls, obviously, that's pretty much the volume of the up talk. Obviously, listen, if you are gonna move Mudryk, Sebastian Nanase, bro, from Strasbourg, that's who you need to bring in, bro. Swap him for him. You got another backup left winger to Sancho, bro. Hey, listen, that's you. They asked Christensen for 70 million, and I gave them Christensen for 70 million. You know what I mean? I'm not someone that hides in it. I'm not someone that hides. I'm not someone that does anything. You know what I mean? So listen, for me personally, bro, you will see me always, do all this stuff. So don't you worry about that, Chief, man. I ain't hiding nowhere. That's a Raj, man. That's what are you thinking on Ruskin, that's because I know obviously when we got him, you weren't too happy about it. But how are you feeling about the brother now, bro? Because I know you obviously were one of the few guys that I know that was not happy with Mariska, bro. So I really want to hear your school of thought, bro. Of course, I agree with this comment, Najib. Of course, I agree with this comment, Najib. But boys and girls, we are going to end it here. As always, I've been your host of Most of Bridge 258. Make sure, obviously, as you're coming in, to make sure to like, share, subscribe. Obviously, we are going to obviously redirect to my guy, Staffy TV. Be up to him. He's obviously got American Waffle coming up. What's that? American Waffle Sash. Like, there we go. Everything's pretty much ready. As always, I've been your host of Mr. Bridge 258. And listen, play my intro.